Hey guys, I've been getting a few requests to show you guys my natural makeup routine, and I will admit that this one has quite a few steps. So if you would like something more simplified than this, then comment below and I will get that out to you guys as well. But if not, then just keep on watching. I'm starting off by prepping my skin. I'll use this black charcoal mask just to remove any impurities from my face and make sure that I have a smooth canvas to apply my makeup to. So this one just removes any blackheads, whiteheads, dirt, and oil from your skin. So I'm removing that, and then I'm applying a toner to my face before I start to moisturize. So I'm adding some chapstick, and then I'm going in with my H2O moisturizer. And then I also like to apply eye cream underneath my eyes just so I don't get cakey. My under eyes like to crease a lot, so I'm trying to prevent that. So then I'm going right into filling in my brows. I use Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade to do this. And I will link all the products that I'm using in the description box in case you're interested in checking any of them out. So I just fill that in, and then I use my concealer from MAC to carve out the bottom of my brow. And I like to apply most of the product underneath the brow and drag it down onto my eyelid before I carve out the top of my brow. I like to apply as little concealer as possible to the top, but I still want that sharp arch. So then I'm just blending that out with my finger. I hate when you can see my concealer through my foundation, or you can just see it and just tell that I carved out my brows. So I like to blend that out as evenly as possible. And then I forgot to apply my primer before I did that, so I'm doing that now. And this one is from Pure. It's a glowing primer. Now I'm just taking some peach color corrector, or I think this one is orange, from LA Girl Pro. And if you get dark around your mouth and you can still see it through your foundation, you might want to consider color correcting. So I'm just going to do that around my mouth, and then any blemishes that are prominent on my face, I'm going to color correct those as well. Then I'm taking that same concealer that I used for my brows and applying that underneath my eyes. I have a bit of a dark circle under there, and I didn't want to apply the orange corrector, so I'm using this concealer, which is kind of warm, and it helps to cancel out that dark area. I'm just blending the edges out with my beauty blender, and then I'm going in with these two stick foundations from Black Opal. I'm using two different shades because the one that I bought initially was too dark for my skin tone, and so I just brought a lighter one so that I could do the little highlight and contour thing. So I'm just applying the lighter one to my highest points, and then I'm going to apply the darker one to my contouring points, or just like in the hollows of my cheeks, around my forehead and my jawline. I didn't want to apply too much foundation just because it's not necessary. So then I'm taking a dual fiber brush and I'm just blending all of that out. I'm sticking with the lighter color first and just blending that all out before I move on to the darker shade, because although I do want them to blend together, I want to kind of keep them separate as well. So I just do them one by one. Then after I use the brush to blend all of it out, as you can see, it still needs to be blended quite a bit more. So I'm taking my beauty sponge and I'm just spraying it a little bit with my with my setting spray before I just blend the rest of that out. And it just makes the canvas look a little more natural and smooth. Now, if you feel like you're highlighted enough already, then you can just skip this step, but I'm gonna go in with a highlighting concealer from LA Girl Pro. And I'm just putting this on the high points of my face, underneath the eyes, down the nose, forehead, cupid's bow, and the chin. And I'm just blending that out with my beauty blender. Then I'm taking my setting powder from Sacha Buttercup, and I'm just setting all those points that I just highlighted with the sponge, and then later you'll see me go back with the brush to set the rest of my face. I'm also reverse contouring with the settings, with the setting powder, just to make that contour line a little bit more pronounced. And I'm gonna actually let that bake for a while I work on the rest of my face. I'm also applying some of it to my eyelid where I applied that concealer, just so I don't get any creasing there. So then I'm applying my bronzer to my crease, just so that I can have a little bit of dimension in my eyes, because I won't be applying any eyeshadow today and I just don't want it to look blank. So then I'm lining my lower lash line with a waterproof eyeliner. I'm also going to tightline, just because I'm going to be applying false lashes and I want them to blend into my lash line as good as possible. So I'm just lining that area. And as you can see, that's why I use a waterproof liner, because my eyes do water when I tightline. Then I'm applying my bronzer to the hollows of my cheeks and my forehead and temples before I blend it out. And I also apply whatever's left on the brush down the sides of my nose. And for blush, I'm using this natural one from Black Radiance in Toasted Almond. I like this one because it gives you a natural flush of color without being too overbearing. And then I'm using a natural highlight from Black Up Cosmetics, and it just gives you kind of a glow. It's not really like a extreme highlighter, so I like to use this for every day. And I just apply that to my high points before I apply my mascara to the lower and upper lash line. The lower and upper lashes. As you can see, I don't really have much to work with in the lash department, so I'm going to be applying my favorite natural lash. It's just going to give my lashes a little boost and not look too dramatic. I'm just spraying my face with some setting spray and blending it out with my beauty blender, or just pressing it into my skin just to make sure everything meshes together. And I'm extra, so I like to apply a little bit more highlight when my face is still damp. And then I'm using this lip liner from Wet n Wild to fill in my entire lip. And then I like to go over it with a soft matte lip cream. I'm using one from Jouer, but if you don't have this one, you can also use the NYX soft matte lip cream. I like to use those as well with this combination. And guys, that is the finished look. If you did enjoy it, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment below and let me know what other kind of videos you guys want to see. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.